How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am back to work on the 2019 Acura NSX that most of you guys know that was wrecked in the front, and I'm rebuilding it. In the previous episode, I got the front end frame section all welded in, painted, and now it's ready for assembly. So the first thing I want to start off with is the wiring. I went ahead and installed the rack and pinion because it's the first thing that goes on. It's tucked underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and run all the wires exactly where they go, install both latches and the horn. Alright guys, I got both latches on, the horn. I got the coolant reservoir installed with the PDU pump, and I went ahead and threw in the sway bar, bolted it in. So the next step would be to install the actual side cages, but if I do install them, then it's going to be hard to work on the suspension. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to both sides of the suspension and get that done. Driver's side suspension is installed for good. I'm going to move on to the passenger side, and before I install it, I'm going to go ahead and replace this upper control arm that was broken, and then install it onto the car. Out with the old, in with the new. Let's go ahead and install the suspension. suspension is installed on both sides. So now I'm gonna move on to the cages that run here in the front on the sides. That will be the next step. And then after the cages are installed, I can go ahead and move on to all the radiators and the coolers. Check it out, guys. I got a helper right in time. He's gonna help me with this reinforcement bar. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the reinforcement bar and then move on to all the radiators and coolers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I am moving right along. I got both coolers and the small radiators installed on both sides. I got this front radiator duct installed and the PDU radiator, all the hoses. So I'm gonna move on to the actual radiator. I'm gonna install the condenser, then move to the radiator. But before I install the radiator, I have to open this box. It's the shroud, the second shroud here, and replace the fan, and then get those installed. Guys, all the cooling system is connected and installed. I topped all the coolant off front and back. So the next step, what I need to do is get this thing hopefully started. I have never started it before, to bleed the system to get it up to temperature. So first thing I'm gonna do is jump inside and get a code scanner and try to clear all the codes. Because when I first got the car, it would not start. It would show that there's no coolant. All right, guys, I got the code reader connected. I want to give a shout out to Yuri at 23rd Garage for giving me a chance to win this code reader. You should go check out his channel, 23rd Garage on YouTube. He does amazing work, a lot of frame work, and he's really good at it. So let's go ahead and clear the codes and then hopefully hear this cold start. All right, all the codes are clear. I'm gonna set you guys in the back and hopefully this thing will start. All right, here we go. Yeah, thing started. Let it warm up and then give it a couple revs for you guys to hear. I went ahead and let the car run for about 15 minutes, got all the air out of the system and filled it and topped it back off. Fans kicked on. So I'm gonna go ahead and rev it for you guys so you guys can hear how this thing sounds. Man, this thing is finally started and it sounds amazing. Hopefully in the next episode, I'll have it assembled and we could take it out on the first test drive and rip this thing. But unfortunately, this is gonna be a wrap for this video. If you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, please think about subscribing. And if you enjoyed watching and like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button. And again, thank you for watching and I'll catch you on the next one.